Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with breaking news as police are investigating after a Moorhead man says he was robbed at gunpoint earlier today.
It happened around 2 o'clock at a house on the 1600 block of 17th Street South in Moorhead. We spoke with a man inside the house who says his friend was approached by another man with a gun and told to get out of his car. Authorities say they have spoken with both men and that no one has been arrested at this time. They also say the two men know each other and had talked over social media before the incident. There is no threat to the public.
And there's more breaking news out of Moorhead, where a student was sent home today with a concussion after a major fight at school. School officials, along with Moorhead police, are investigating the fight involving 4 students in a bathroom at Horizon East Middle School.
Valley News Team's Alexandra Kay is at Horizon East with the latest. Alexandra?
Mike, Andrea, the fight that happened today is the second one at Horizon Middle School just this week. I spoke with some students earlier and they told me that fights like this, well, they happen somewhat frequently, saying that there's at least one every 2 weeks. Now, these fights aren't only happening often, but they're also being recorded and posted on social media. I found multiple Instagram accounts that show these videos. We will have much more on that tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. Reporting live in Moorhead, Alexandra Kay, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Alexandra. Moorhead schools released a statement saying in part that their goal is to create and maintain campuses that are safe for all students and staff. They add their goal for campus safety involves disciplinary sanctions when student behavior falls below their standards.
I love my home and I don't want to have to leave.
A woman says she was surprised to find out that she had 30 days to move out of her Grand Forks apartment. She immediately reached out to our whistleblower hotline, showing us proof that she's paid her rent months in advance.
But as Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero found out, building management says it's their call and they don't need to provide an explanation.
Jennifer Bedard says she's been riddled with health trouble the last 2 years. Her melanoma is in remission, but a recent doctor visit prompted concerns her cancer may have returned.
I'm very sad and frustrated. I have a lot of medical issues going on right now, and this on top of it.
Bedard got this notice on January 28th that her lease has been terminated. A tenant of Columbia Manor Apartments in Grand Forks since 2017, the notice was a punch in the gut.
There's no way I'm going to be able to move out by the end of the month.
Bedard provided us with her rental history from the Grand Forks Housing Authority, which shows she's paid her rent on time, including the upcoming months of March and April. We made several calls to the number right behind me to building management, and they finally got back to us, but did not give us a clear explanation as to why her lease was terminated. Management did say that Bedard should know why her lease was being terminated. They say she was on a month-to-month lease, and they haven't received her rent for February. A document from the Grand Forks Housing Authority shows that it was in fact paid.
They've never offered me to re-sign my lease, or I gladly would have. Like I said, I love my home and I don't want to move.
In the meantime, Bedard says she's trying to figure out her future living situation and beating her recent health scare. In Grand Forks, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
According to North Dakota law, a month-to-month lease is renewed each time the tenant pays rent. In this case, Jennifer Bedard paid rent for 3 months in advance, including February, according to documents. And as we mentioned, this story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with an issue, call 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
Quiet is good when it comes to the weather this time of year. Kind of cool this morning, but we continue to get our fair share of sunshine. Let's go to Hutch now, who has our no-wait weather planner for tonight. Hutch?
Yeah, get out and enjoy. We do have some changes on the way that includes some colder air and some snowflakes. More on that in a second. This evening, looking pretty good. Still mid-20s here in Fargo, in Detroit Lakes, as well as Bemidji. 18 this hour in Grand Forks. There is some cloud cover up to the north of us. We have a cold front, basically where you see the snow showers. That's orientation of that cold air that will be pushing southward. So this evening, well, the snowbanks didn't go too far with our sunshine, but the temperatures still felt marvelous. We'll be in the teens most of the evening with increasing clouds during the overnight. Our wind stays southerly here, keeping temperatures from getting too cold. Grand Forks will be dipping down towards 10 degrees at bedtime tonight, with an increased chance of snowflakes in the overnight forecast for you. I'll have hour-by-hour details on that. And you too, we are monitoring a significant weather maker here in the Northern Plains into next week. It promises snowflakes and bitter cold air. Details here in a moment.
All right, thanks.
A 24-year-old man accused in a shooting outside Hornbachers in Moorhead has been sentenced to 11 years in prison. In December of 2018, officers responded to the South Moorhead Hornbachers on a report of gunshots. Authorities say Kevin Blocker walked up to the victim's car, pointed a gun, and demanded marijuana. Police say the two struggled for their gun before Blocker shot the victim. A witness told police they set up the marijuana deal online. Officials say Blocker will spend the next 11 years in a St. Cloud prison.
A Grand Forks woman accused of stabbing a man in the chest has now been charged with attempted murder. Police say the victim identified 31-year-old Christine Jones as the suspect. They located Jones, who admitted to stabbing the man while he was lying on a couch. The man has a punctured lung that collapsed. His condition is unknown.
Jamestown police are investigating an incident at the local recreational center there. A woman at the Two Rivers Activity Center made an accusation against a teenage boy who was inside the women's restroom. Police say the accusation was not sexual, and they wouldn't give details on what happened. The boy was suspended from the gym for 3 months, and the case is still being investigated.
A Fargo City worker has been ticketed after the city truck he was driving crashed into an underpass. It happened Monday along 40th Avenue South. Scott Fredrickson says he forgot to lower the box on the truck, and it struck the bottom of the Interstate 29 overpass, knocking the box off the truck. Records show that Fredrickson has been a public employee with the Public Works Department since 2017, and that year he was involved in another crash when a driver rear-ended him.
Grand Forks police are warning of a high-risk sex offender moving to the city. 33-year-old Kelly Tanner is now living at 18.5 North Washington Street. He's convicted of gross sexual imposition and sexual assault. Some of his cases involved children under the age of 13.
In West Fargo, police are asking for your help locating Gerald Knorr. Knorr has multiple open warrants, including fraud and menacing charges. If you have information about him, call police. Meanwhile, Moorhead police are asking for your help locating this man, 57-year-old Charles Kettle. Kettle has multiple open warrants, including one for theft and burglary. Once again, call police if you have any information on his whereabouts.
Some students around Concordia College say they're fearing for their lives after a student was almost hit by a car walking from campus. It happened on 8th Street South and 12th Avenue South. The speed limit is 30 miles an hour there, but we're told drivers go much faster than that. The witness and students in the area are trying to figure out a solution, such as cameras or speed markers.
Sooner or later, an accident is going to happen and some student is going to be hit, and it could be a fatality.
There is a skyway over 8th Street that students can use, but some say it's not always convenient. We reached out to Concordia College for a comment, but haven't heard back yet.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, reaction to the big votes from the U.S. Senate today to acquit President Donald Trump.
Quiet weather on this midweek day, but we do have some Thursday changes as we close out the work week. We'll talk about a storm system into next week as well. All those details are straight ahead.